What's going on, guys? Captain Morgan back for another figure review. Today we have from Marvel Legends, we have Black Tom Cassidy. I don't really know a lot about this guy, but I just thought he looked pretty cool, and I love the wave that he's a part of. The Build-A-Figure is Marvel's Strong Guy, and he looks really cool. But I'll show you that on the back of the box. But the only accessory we get for Mr. Cassidy is this wooden staff. I believe he can, harness his powers through wood or something like that. It shows on the back of the box here, a nefarious criminal with the power of concussive, blast, and plant morphology. So he's a true threat, Mr. Tom Cassidy is. And you can see the skull on the top of the staff. I think that's neat. But anyways, the Build-A-Figure right there, Marvel Strong Guy, looks awesome. And then you get Deadpool, X-Men Deadpool, and then Tom Cassidy, Sheik Law, Marvel's Maverick, Marvel's Sunspot, and Marvel's Warpath, and then Pirate Deadpool. So really, really cool wave. I'd like to have every one of these figures, to be honest. But he's the only figure that I've seen, in store somewhere from this wave. I've never seen any of the rest of these figures. So I probably need to order them online. But anyways, you guys know the drill. Let's get him open and check out his articulation. I don't think there's going to be anything fancy about this guy either. But, nonetheless, I think he's pretty cool looking. So let's check him out. Alright guys, so we've got Mr. Cassidy out of the package here, and he stands pretty well. I literally just placed him down and he stood right up, so that's good. That's a good sign. Y'all know how I feel about that. I've got his staff laying here next to him so we can check the articulation first before we get all crazy and everything, get him posed. But anyway, so I'll bring him in here for a little closer shot. I like the head sculpt on this figure. It looks like he's got a little splotch of black paint back here on his his trap or whatever you want to call that. But yeah, the head sculpt looks good. The paint work doesn't look terrible. I'm happy with that. And look, they've even continued the paint up behind, so when you do his ab crunch, you can still see the logo. But anyways, let's get into the articulation. He has shoulder joints that allow him to be able to move his arm up, but he can't go in very far. So that's as far in as they go. That kind of stinks. But it does rotate all the way around, and it does twist at the bicep there. Looks like we've got bends at the elbow. We do have wrist articulation. That's nice. And of course we have the ab crunch. And twist at the waist. Twist at the upper thigh. His legs do, move outwards. He can almost do the splits there. Let's see. Oh, it kind of twists at the ankle. And the ankle moves great. It doesn't go up any, but it does go down and left and right and rotate and tilt in and out like that. So that's nice. I think that's what's allowing him to stand so easily. But yeah, that's about it for articulation on this guy. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, he's just kind of a basic figure, but I do think he looks cool. Especially once we get him next to Juggernaut and Colossus, I think he'll look pretty neat. Let's get his staff in his hand here. Alright, so here he is with his staff. Again, nothing crazy, nothing special, but he is a cool looking figure, man. I think he just looks cool to have in your collection, on your shelf or whatever. I like him. And again, especially next to Colossus or Juggernaut, he's going to look awesome. But yeah, so that's about it for Mr. Black Tom Cassidy. I like the big cowboy collar that he has on him. I'd probably rate him a 5 out of 10. Again, not too many accessories. It would have been cool to see some sort of effects maybe coming from the staff, or I don't know what else they could give him, but just something else that would just kind of spice it up a little bit. Oh, and I am seeing actually a little bit of paint missing on the abdomen here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little bit of red paint missing right there. Let's try getting him in a aggressive battle pose or something. We'll see how that looks. There we are. So we've got him in a little, aggressive pose. That's probably how I'll display him. I don't know. I don't know if that looks better to me or if he just looks better standing straight up. But that might be how I pose him there. I was talking about you can set him and forget him. He's pretty good. He poses very well. That's what I'm saying. At least with the men figures, the feet, they make the feet nice and wide where they can stand easily. But their problem is with the female action figures. They just really have a hard time standing because their feet are so tiny. I guess they would look goofy if they had big man feet on them, but there might be an in-between or something that they can do to make it stand better. But anyways, I'm ranking him a 5 out of 10. If you guys want to get him, go for it. If not, I understand. He's not a must-have or anything. But once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in to another review video. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. I'll see you guys in the next one.